Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. If you have a Squarespace website and you've been really frustrated trying to figure out how it looks on a variety of different screen sizes, well, this video is for you. Actually, this video is for you even if your site isn't on Squarespace, because today I'm going to share with you 3 ways that you can check how your website shows up on different screen sizes. And the best part, they're totally free. If we haven't met yet, my name is Meg. I'm the founder of Floating Lotus Design, and I'm a Squarespace web designer and SEO specialist. So one of the challenges associated with designing in Squarespace is limited in being able to preview how your website's going to be looking in mobile. Now, you can design very mobily responsive sites in Squarespace, but checking them out can be a bit difficult. So we can see here, when we're in our editor in Squarespace, we have the option of looking at desktop mode and mobile view. But the mobile view is limited to this very small, geared towards a mobile phone look, but it doesn't give us anything in between. We aren't able to look at tablet views. We aren't able to look at a variety of sizes of phones, because as we all know today, our phone sizes and screens vary greatly, as do our tablets, our desktops, and even our laptops. So this is a great way to get things started and established, but if you really want to check out how your site looks on different screens, let me show you how you can do that. So I'm going to pop over to a live page of my homepage in all its glory. So the first way that you can check to see how your website looks on different size screens is pretty simple. You can just take your mouse, grab the edge of your website, and just drag it over. And you'll see this is what we mean by mobily responsive. As the screen changes sizes, so does the content on your website. And you can go all the way down as far as a mobile phone device. So pretty easy to do that, but a little kludgy because you're not sure of the exact measurements or screen sizes or things like that. But it's a good first check to see if there's anything really glaringly out of place. The second option is built right into your browser. If you just right-click on this page and come down to Inspect, it's going to pop up this fancy window, which looks a little overwhelming, but no, we're going to ignore everything over here on the right, and we're just going to focus here on the left-hand side. So this is how we can see different types of screen sizes right within this Inspect tool. So this defaults for me to the MacBook, which is 2500 by 1600 pixels. But if you drop down, you see all these different devices built in that you can check. So you can check an iPad Pro, you can check an iPhone 14. You also have the option of, if you go into Edit, there's all these different default devices here. So you can come in and scroll through this and pick the devices that you want to see a size on. And if it's missing, something's not there, you can do what I did. I just created a custom device with the pixel widths that I wanted for a MacBook. So you can add a custom device and that will show up in your list. So really simple, really easy way to be able to quick check and see how things look. And you're able to scroll through the site and see how it looks and see where you might want to make any major changes. So that's option number 2. Option number 3 is a separate app called the Responsibly app. Now, the Responsibly app is free, so you can download that. So when you log in and open up the Responsibly app, you will be able to see a variety of different screen sizes all on one screen here. You can interact with them. You'll notice they're doing it all at the same time, so you'll be able to scroll through, interact. The site is live. These will be picking up as actual views, and you'll see I have a MacBook Pro here. If you scroll down, I've got iPad Pro, iPad Air. I can see how all of these things look on different sizes. I've got different iPhones and iPads and things like that. So in one screen, I can scroll through and be able to see all different views on different size screens for my website in one spot. The nice thing about this, much like it was with the Inspect, you can come over here and call it as managing suites. So this is a setting where This is my default suite of devices that I have set up to show on that screen. You can have multiple suites. So maybe you have one you want to just look at mobile phones. Maybe you have one that just wants to look at laptops. Maybe you have one that just wants to look at desktops or whatever. Or maybe you have some very specific devices you want to look at in groups. You can add a suite for each of those and do it that way. And down here, you have all of the default devices that they offer and their sizes, and you also, as with Inspect, have the ability to add custom devices, so very specific pixel measurements of a screen size that you want to do. You can add that here as well. Add that just by dragging it up into your suite, and you're good to go. Very quick and easy, really great way to be able to check things on a variety of device sizes and know whether or not you have anything that really needs addressing. Some little bonus features in your Responsively app is the ability to take some screenshots and things like that. You can also rotate the device. So for example, if you're looking at tablets, being able to rotate the device, you can look at it both portrait and landscape view as well. So really easy to use. It's a great app. Again, it's free, very convenient, and visually speaking, it's a little bit nicer to look at than maybe the Inspect tools. But again, it's your preference. Basically have the same functionality here as you do in the Inspect tools. So now that I've shown you these 3 easy ways to do a quick check of how your website shows up on different size screens, a couple words about what should you do if you see stuff that's really off. First thing I would say, specifically when it comes to tablet views like iPads, is to not stress about it too much. You really want to only necessarily address things that are really off, like major gaping spaces, images getting severely cut off, things that really affect the appearance of your website and its functionality that might cause a visitor to want to leave. Now, the reason I say not to worry about it too much is when it comes to tablets also, they're an extremely small percentage of the number of people that actually view websites. So I wouldn't stress about it too much, and I wouldn't try to be picking every size tablet and making sure it's absolutely perfect. You will drive yourself crazy trying to make that many levels of edits. So take into account for the website that you're looking at, how much traffic are you really getting? It's being driven by tablets, and make a judgment call there. And again, focus on the big stuff. It's not going to be perfect on every single screen, so get it to where it's good enough, if I dare say so. Really focus on your desktop, your laptops, and your major mobile phone devices. So I generally like to look at the most recent iPhone models, the Android models. I'll take a look at the iPad Pros and the iPad Airs and just make sure everything looks okay. So that's all I'll say about that, is to just not drive yourself crazy over it. What I'm not going to do in this video here is show you how to fix those issues. What I can do for you, though, is I have 2 great resources for you. Specifically, if you're a Squarespace user, I will link down to Chris Edmund Schwartz's plugin. It's a Chrome plugin, which can help you with adjusting some of the major spaces and things like that in mobile view right within your Squarespace editor. So definitely check that out if you are a Squarespace user. And since having to edit and design for mobile responsive would be a whole other video, the good news is I have another video for you. It's not mine, it was actually done by my good friend Caitlin at Launch the Damn Thing, and I'm going to link to that down below in the description. And in her video, she really goes into how our websites are structured and how to work within Squarespace to understand how things are sitting on the grid and on the page, and how you can, with that knowledge, design your site to be mobile responsive. She gives some really good tips and tricks, but also explains the why behind it. So if you really want to get into that and understand how to set yourself up for success at the beginning when you're designing a site, so hopefully you have very few, if any, major changes to make to get your site looking good on mobile devices. She really knows her stuff, so be sure you check that out down in the description. And that's going to do it for me today. I hope you found these 3 options for how to check your website across different device sizes helpful. If so, really appreciate it if you give me a like or a comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Check out those links in my description, and while you're there, be sure to sign up for my newsletter. That's where I will share lots of other tips that I don't share here on YouTube, and I'll keep you up to date on all kinds of things going on, web design, Squarespace, SEO, you name it. Would really love to see you there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.